This is Kelly Levasseur, and I am presenting an abstract on gender differences among milestone assessments in a national sample of pediatric emergency medicine fellowship programs. I have nothing to disclose. Gender bias is pervasive in many fields of medicine. Determining the reasons for and understanding gender gaps in trainee evaluations are critical, as these evaluations may ultimately determine duration of training. Currently, no studies describe the influence of gender differences on the evaluation of pediatric emergency medicine, or PEM fellows. In 2015, the Accreditation Council for Graduate Medical Education, ACGME, implemented subspecialty milestones. The objective of our study was to compare milestone scores of females versus males in PEM fellowship training programs. This is a multi-center retrospective cohort study of a national sample of PEM fellows from July 2014 to June 2018. PEM program directors voluntarily provided de-identified ACGME milestone reports of their fellows. We collected demographic data, including gender, program region, and type of residency. The PEM milestones include 6 domains of competence and 23 sub-competencies of those 6 domains. ACGME sub-competencies are scored on a 5-point scale and span 6 domains, including patient care, medical knowledge, system-based practice, practice-based learning and improvement, professionalism, and interpersonal and communication skills. Summative assessments of the 23 PEM sub-competencies are assigned by each program's Clinical Competency Committee, CCC, and submitted semi-annually to ACGME for each fellow. We use descriptive analysis, including mean and standard deviations, and mean response profile models with unstructured covariance model tests were used to evaluate the difference in mean scores for each of the 6 domains and each of the 23 sub-competencies. Data was obtained on 66% of all PEM fellows nationally. That includes 639 individual fellows, of which 67% are female. In each of the 6 major domains, there were no gender differences in first, second, or third year of training. However, when we compared the individual 23 sub-competencies, we found 2, PC3 and ICS2, were scored higher for female trainees in their final year of training, and that was statistically significant with a p-value of less than 0.05. Demographic data, including type of primary residency for the pediatric emergency medicine fellows, includes pediatrics, which for males and females was the primary residency. And geographic area, you can see we broke up into Northeast, South, Midwest, and West, and we had the highest response from the Northeast region. The 2 competencies that we found statistically significant between males and females in their third year of training include PC3, which is provide transfer of care that ensures seamless transitions, and ICS2, which is demonstrate the insight and understanding into emotion and human response to emotion that allows one to appropriately develop and manage human interactions. We had several limitations of our study, including response rate from programs at about 65%, and we only looked at summative evaluations. We did not assess direct observations or gather any individual feedback for each fellow. We also did not collect specific information on the structure of each program's clinical competency committee, so we do not know their individual process, how often they meet, or their gender makeup of each CCC program. Finally, it is also possible the summative assessment of PEM milestone scales, the scale of 1 to 5, are not refined enough to detect educationally significant differences. In this national sample of PEM fellows, we found no major differences in ACGME milestone attainment by sex, with the exception that, after correction for multiple comparisons, female fellows achieved significantly higher mean scores for 2 sub-competencies, PC3 and ICS2. PC3 evaluating the ability to provide seamless transitions in patient care, and ICS2 evaluates the skills of developing insight and understanding into emotion and human response. It is possible this is a higher achievement by female fellows in skills requiring communication in transitioning care and responding to patient emotion, or that bias exists towards females as better communicators. shifting these two sub-competencies toward significance. However, as both female and male fellows' mean scores for these two sub-competencies fall in the same functional level, or level 4, based on the milestone framework, this finding may more likely represent a statistically rather than educational attainment difference. In conclusion, in a national cohort of PEM programs, we found no major differences in fellow ACGME milestone scores by trainee gender. We would like to sincerely thank the many PEM fellowship directors who contributed milestone data for this study. Without their support, this study would not have been possible. These are our references, and thank you.